Hey guys, Darth
Hey
Joker
guys,
here.
welcome back.
We're
Darth Joker here. As you saw last
still
episode, we
doing
started
onions.
onions,
Um,
but with the
I
amount of
I'm probably just gonna do
time
like
that
a
I could tell
two-parter to
that
this
project
one,
was going to
just
take,
because.
I decided to split it into two.
um, like this
So
is probably gonna be this is gonna be part two of
overall,
the.
doing the onions took
But
about
at least
80
with this one, I can
minutes
like
of real life
edit.
time.
The other one, I didn't want to
Um,
edit, so
Luckily, I had music that was kind of able
I think I'm
to
just
keep
gonna
me into it,
probably
and um,
time lapse or
you
something with
know,
this.
I was kind of also thinking over some ideas. I go more into it in the video as we go on, but I was planning on doing another video tonight of a playthrough of a game that's like really near to my heart, like one of my favorite games ever. Um, So that's kind of on my mind. Um, so we ended up getting three tractors with the same setup to speed this along. Because if I didn't have three tractors, I think this would have taken way longer. Luckily, I had backup stuff to do. Like I had other. It definitely cost a fair penny, but um, but I ended up deciding that I'm probably until Mod Hub adds more onion based mods. I kind of don't see myself doing onions. Especially I probably would do it on my spare, like my island that I play by myself. But I don't think that I would do it on YouTube where I gotta kind of keep my videos kind of concise. Um, but um, I'm kind of debating for my series that I do tonight on letting the videos kind of just go where I think they ought to go. So if they need to get cut here, cool. If I'm not really gonna go with um specific um I'm not gonna go with specific time lengths. So one episode might be 15, the next might be 40, the next might be an hour. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Um, Shout out to Share Factory though, because they have really helped my editing process. Because with time lapses and editing, I was able to take what was essentially 2 hours worth of clips, and I was able to chop it down to 31 minutes with time lapse and with editing. So, I think though that onions aren't the worst crop. I think compared to grapes, I still prefer onions over grapes. I just in the scheme of trying to have a decent I don't want to rely on time lapses, and unfortunately a lot this week I've kind of had to fall back on the time lapse, which is again okay. Like I just don't want 90% of my video to be time lapses, time lapses, and time lapses. But as you can see, kind of a slow based thing. That's kind of why I'm gonna talk for a bit, and then we're gonna queue up the time lapses, and of course the music, so that way you guys aren't just on a TV or phone or whatever you're watching on. That reminds me, what do people watch YouTube on? For me, I watch it on my phone or occasionally my tablet, but It's kind of cool about YouTube is you can watch it on like a big TV, and then you can kind of watch it on. You can watch it on just anything. You can watch it on TV, console, like I don't know. I think that's really cool in my opinion, but as you can see, just kind of from the pace of this, like the time lapse is definitely going to be needed here because there's like a lot of just this, just driving around, and then I have to also do the process where I grab the trailer and the pickup and just pick it up off the ground. So it really comes down to how much the onions are, if they're worth the money to me, which it kind of comes down to that, like, I have to wait till sell day to see. So, I was trying to get everything into one video, but, because I was, like, going to try and do sunflowers and stuff, too, but I think, actually, that'll work, because sunflowers will be the least. So, in the next video, we're going to have, like, the second half of planting wheat, and then third half of, like, configuring the setup for the plants, and then we're gonna get sunflowers, and then we're gonna wait a month or two and then sell it all, because December is the month that it all says is the most valuable. I personally like that, though, that there's like a month in each. I like, though, that there's a month each go around, like, each year that, like, because it's kind of realistic. Like, I know some farmers will save for, like, farmers markets or something like that, where they have, like, a big month every year. And so, like, that's one of the things I love about this game, is it kind of makes, like, history class and math class and, like, economics all kind of work, because I remember first hearing about supply and demand in history class, actually, because we were covering something in, like, a long time ago, where, like, the Egyptians were doing something with supply and demand. I don't remember the exact specifics, but yeah, supply and demand was, like, a big thing, and then of course, you learn about it more with math and, like, all that. So, but I appreciate that in a game like this, that, like, there is kind of a supply and demand feature, because, most crops are harvested throughout the year. So, of course, like, onions are going to be more valuable when you're like, kind of reaching a scarcity point, than they would if you, like, sold them right away. This is kind of just me, like, configuring, like, the other two, so we're all three of my tractors were working on the same field. And normally, like, you kind of have to worry about the AI kind of, like, bumping into each other or bumping into you, but I don't think I really had to deal with that on this, which was really nice. I was able to just kind of link everything up, and just kind of, I worked on the one tractor, and then the two AI worked on the other. It was kind of nice, because we, like I said, I don't know how long this would be if we I don't know how long this would be if we ended up having to do it, like, one at a time. So this is probably where the time lapse is going to start. So enjoy.
Okay, we're back. I did have a clip that I accidentally was muted and was trying to talk over, and that was the main emphasis of what we were trying to do. Um, so, onions took way longer than I anticipated, so I don't think that I will do onions again. Like, they took way longer than anticipated. Um, so we're going to round the video out with September. Um, it's just going to be a major time lapse at the beginning. And I do have a surprise video that'll either go live tonight or tomorrow. It'll probably go live tomorrow, but so there is that to look forward to. Just there's a lot of fun to be had with this other game that I've been wanting to play. Really had the itch for it lately, so I think I will start that today. So I will. I don't know. I'm gonna think it over. So if it drops tonight, you'll have already known what it is. If it hasn't, you'll see soon enough. But this is probably going to be the. This is probably just going to be a big, mostly time-lapse video, unfortunately. But I didn't realize onions were going to take as long as they did. So, like I said, my editing software is kind of really finicky. Like, it really only likes to do. It really won't let me do over like 80 minutes, which is fine because 80 minutes is kind of ridiculous for a video. So while we wait for that to plan, um, maybe I'll dub over the other time lapse. I'll like dub over some of the time lapse. I think that way it's still me talking and we're still conversating, but I don't know. You'll see which time lapse I decide to dub over in editing. Um, I'm just really the way I've structured this video. I really am concerned because the last one was 50 minutes. Like the onions were like 50 minutes, and I know that I could that speed up. It'll probably cut it down to 20. So like this is really just going to be a whatever ends up sticking today is going to be how it goes. I'm not gonna lie to you, my fiance made brownies though, and they're pretty good. I don't know what people's favorite desserts are. Like for me, I'm kind of like a cookie or I'm either a cookie or um, I'm either a cookie or brownie person for the most part. Like I don't get me wrong, I love icing on cake, but it's just hard to beat that combo of like icing and uh, I mean icing and cake's pretty good, but it's hard to beat that like perfect feeling of like a fresh out of the onion brownie or fresh out of the onion cookie. Like it's just it hits different, and I don't know. That's just my opinion on it anyway. But I don't know. I'm really excited about the game I'm gonna play tonight. Like I'm keeping it vague, but like it's gonna be really fun. Um, I'm gonna be definitely making a lot of jokes and stuff, but it'll be fun. Um, and it'll be something for the memes. So um, I'm really hoping these onions sell well because of like the time it took. Like, I'm sure it will, but until I know, it's kind of hard to know, type of thing. Like, because it could be like very well could be like super awesome, like whatever, but then again, it might not be. So, okay, so we're done mailing. We're now waiting on. We're now waiting to finish planting our seeds for wheat. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the bale. Um, I'm gonna definitely like after this video have to like look into my storage. I don't know how much these recordings are taking up on my storage. I shouldn't be too bad, but okay, how are we doing? Okay, he's might be um might be that we end up um I don't know which time lapse I want to dub over, so um it'll probably be the other like the first the onion time lapse will mostly probably be the one I talk over. So I ran over that bale. But yeah. I know my fiance right now is like reading a bunch of books on Kindle. What's your favorite way to read books if you read books? See, it depends on like I don't mind reading certain things on my phone, but like I kind of prefer like the feel of the book and like the paper. I don't know if that makes me a nerd or not, but I love the feel of like the paper, especially I don't know why, but like this is maybe it makes me weird, but like I can tell the difference. Like I love how the paper is even different on a hardback, in my opinion. Like I just I like that feeling. So, um, but again, that's kind of my thing. But but yeah, okay. So we're almost done. Uh, Actually, like with editing, I'm gonna decide whether or not we uh, cut it here or not. Maybe I'll just I don't know. Um, Definitely. Okay, so we're done bailing now. So we're really just waiting on the AI. Okay, let's see. We're like 1 month away from the sunflowers being ready. Um, Unfortunately, I left hail damage on, so that kind of did some damage to um, the fields. But
Alright, guys. This is probably where I'm going to cut the video just because I had like 80 minutes of footage to edit just off of the onions alone, and then I had the rest of it to do. Please like, comment, subscribe. I do have another video that will either come out tonight or tomorrow. It's going to be a surprise. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.